and welcome to Bethan's Kitchen and Garden. Today I am going to be sowing some carrot seeds in containers in my greenhouse, potting on my blueberry plants, sowing some seeds to start off for the coming season, and also hopefully I'll be putting some beds into the garden, or adjusting the beds that are there, I should say, and hopefully sorting out some compost. So let me show you what I'm going to start with. These are blueberry plants. I'm going to pot them on into bigger pots. So I have got this size pot, which I'm going to pot them into. If I put that down there, so that should fit quite nicely in there, just to sort of give it a bit more compost and hopefully get it to grow a little bit. The shoots are beginning to grow. You can see they're sort of yellow, although this isn't focusing very well, but you can see they're yellow, they're green at the end of the shoots, so they are ready to come into life. And then once I have potted on these blueberries, I'm going to use this compost in here for my carrots, and I'll just zhuzh up the compost with some bloodfish and bone and a bit of 6X, and sow those carrots. And now I have a helpful helper. What are you doing, Anwen?
I'm planting beans.
And how are you doing it?
I'm putting them in one hole each.
One hole each, that's right. One per station, isn't it?
Yep.
check your work, Amran. Make sure that there's a bean in every one. Right, what are we going to do now?
We're gonna cover them up with soil.
With compost, yeah. That's all right, love. We spread it all out in the end. It'll be fine, don't worry.
Avalanche! I made avalanche here. Didn't I, Mum?
You did. My fabulous assistant has just gone inside to prepare for playing Mario Kart. So I'll just quickly wrap up with showing you the blueberries that I transplanted. They're all looking good there. Then my seedlings, I sowed and I've put some in my grow unit, so I will show you them in a minute. Then my carrots are under here, and I've just put this clear, it's not perspex, but it's sort of like clear plastic, I suppose, just over the top to create a little bit of a microclimate there, which will hopefully assist with germination. And similarly with the broad beans, I've just put a plastic sheet on the top of there, and I'll check on these though, because there isn't much sort of distance between the bean coming through and the plastic, so I'll have to keep an eye on these. But the carrots should be fine because they have quite a bit of a lip. They're quite a way down from the top of the pot, as it were. And here are the seedlings that I sowed earlier. Obviously nothing to show you really, apart from some lovely compost. In these white ones here, they are all just sowed seeds that will be pricked out and potted on. Then in this 60 cell small tray, I have multi-sown radish, multi-sown spring onion, and multi-sown Bedfordshire Champion at the back. And then there's some peas, meteor peas, in that corner. Well, I'm pleased to get that seed sowing done. Hopefully they'll grow, and we'll have a nice selection of plants for the coming spring. I'm very pleased to get my carrots in, and I've just really enjoyed sowing the seeds today. So I've got to go and play Mario Kart now, but I'll be back in a minute to get on with some more work in the garden. Okay, so the next job I'm going to get on with this week is to plant the cherry bush I had for Christmas in one of my half barrels in the garden. The cherry tree that I did have has died, so I need to replace it. And here is the cherry bush I had, and it's been sort of sitting close to the wall of the front of my house because it's quite sheltered there, and my plants seem to do quite well close to the wall of the house. So I've left it there for the time being, but now it's time to plant it in its place. So let's get on with doing that. I just quickly wanted to give you a close-up of this tree because where you can see this corky bit around here, there's absolutely no green at all. If this was a living tree, there would be green around there, and that's how you can tell if your tree is alive or not. Just snap off a small twig, and if it's got green there, then it's still living, and if not, get rid of it. Right, back to work. I've got the bone meal and the fish blood and bone and the manure out, I'm just going to go around and top up the half barrels and put in some fresh fertiliser, and I'll do as much as I can because I know I haven't got enough to do the whole pots, but I'll be back in a bit. I've now managed to mulch 5 of the barrels, the half barrels. I do just, with this new bush I planted, I just want to have another tie going that way to the bamboo so that it's pulled both ways, which will hopefully make it stand up straight. At the moment it's sort of leaning that way, so I could do with it coming this way a bit, which is why I put the bamboo in. I also tidied up the antirrhinum this year, or the snapdragons, whichever way you call them, and those are the other barrels I've mulched. This pear tree is the other one that I've mulched, and if I go up close to it, you can see there are buds coming in at the moment, so this tells me this tree is still alive. If we come to this one down here, this is a red Windsor, and I noticed last year the trunk looked a bit brown in places, so I wasn't holding out much hope, and I just cut that bit off now and it's brown. That's telling me that it's all brown. But I've got this offshoot here and that is green, so I'm not giving up on this just yet. I've run out of compost to mulch my other 5 trees, but that's fine, I'll go get some compost soon. What I'm going to do with this tree now is I'm going to cut off this bit here, and I might even cut it a bit lower. I might cut it around about here, and then I'll see if this one grows on and we get anything from that. Otherwise I'll just take it out next winter and buy another one. Also, while we're in the front garden, the lettuces that are growing here have gone over now, so I'll take away these can't think what you call them now, cloches, not cloches, but you know, these coverings that I've got on there. And then these 2 planks of wood here I'm going to use in the back garden to make a new bed, and I'll talk you through that in a bit. I've cut this off at the top now instead of the bottom, very simply because I thought I'd give it a chance to produce any new branches if it's going to. Otherwise next year I'll just cut it down to there, because in theory this one then will be the leader, so there'll be no need for this one here. I've just removed those lettuces now. I've left the rebar in place just to show me how far to plant this way during the coming season, because the rest of the bed this side has asparagus in it, so my potatoes are going to go in this back bit here. That's what's going there this year. Well, true to form, I didn't get on with clearing the beds. What I ended up doing was tidying up around the edges of the garden. So let me show you what it's looking like now, and I'll put some photos of what it was looking like before. So I started off by the back door. I'll just put up the photo of what it was looking like. So I've still got a sweep up there just to tidy that bit up, and I need to empty the liquid that's in these 2 tubs, because one's got nettle tea in it and one's got comfrey tea in it. And I also need to clean out that root trainer because it's got algae, so I just need to take that in the house and wash it, and then I can put them away. And then I moved around to here, and I had a big tidy up predominantly because my husband needed to get to the drains and he couldn't get to the drains. So if I put a photo up of what it was looking like, you can see that I have tidied up a lot. I would like to find permanent homes for the canes, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep these old cot frames really, but I have had an idea while I was tidying up elsewhere, and I'll take you over there now, and I'll talk you through that. So I then tidied up what was in here, which was really a load of 1 ton rubble sacks essentially. So I put them in the front garden to take to the dump. Essentially, what I've done is moved things into different piles. So now I've got a big, huge pile around the front to go to the dump, which has been there for a little while. So don't tell my husband about that. And I put all my biggish pots in here, and there's still got a bit of room. I've still got this side to tidy out as well. I found some old fleece which will come in handy. And I'm not sure about this picnic blanket, though that might have had its day. But what I was going to talk about is this, which I found inside as well. So I could attach this to those bed frames I was talking about, whether I was going to get rid of or not. And I think they might be a good frame for growing beans or peas or squashes up, because at the moment they don't seem to climb very well. And the other thing I need to do is to fix the lid on this. I won't be doing this today because I need to go and get the wood. But yes, I need to fix the lid on this because it's practically fallen apart. I've put the lid down now, so you can see that it's not really working like a lid anymore. So I definitely need to fix that very soon. But I am pleased with the tidying I've got done. I'm now going to do some harvesting, and I'll show you what I've got to harvest. Well, I've only really got these 2 beds left with much in at the moment. And I've got that bed over by the conservatory that's got some cabbages. But this is ready to take now. I can't really leave it much longer because it's going to start to go to flower. I'm not sure whether that was meant to be a full head of broccoli or if it's purple sprouting broccoli. But whatever it is, I'm going to leave it in for a while and take what's there. And then around here, there's some carrots and some leeks. They haven't done too bad, but if I let me see if I can pull one out. So that's not too bad. A few of them obviously will be needed for a meal, but I'll harvest a few and I'll bring you back and show you what I've got when I'm done. I also keep forgetting to harvest these spring onions. I had some beetroot there, but that's all gone over really. I should have harvested that before the winter. But these spring onions seem to be okay. So we'll take them and clear out the rest of this bed as well. Right, that's the harvest done. Go in for a closer look. There's the broccoli. And then I've got 2 types of carrots here. Those are Nants, I think, and those are Eskimo. Now, these ones, I've put some this side because I wanted to show you that one of the things I did last year was I sowed some carrots in there, and then I planted the pot in the ground like that, and to see how the carrots would grow. And these carrots I just sowed straight into the compost. So, and the other ones that were grown in the tubs were in the pots rather, grew sort of short and stunted like that. So I kind of just wanted to show you the difference between
doing that way and just straight into the soil. Um, I I tried this way because some of the seeds from these carrots didn't come up, so I thought, oh, I'll just fill the gaps by trying this method. Um, but I don't think I'll be trying this method again this year because, well, you can see the difference between the two there. They're the same seed. Um, Maybe these were sown about 2 weeks after those, so there's not much difference in sowing time. And obviously these ones are so much more bigger and better. So I just wanted to show you that and say that that experiment for me with these pots didn't work. They might have worked. They might work for you. I'm not sure, but they didn't work for me anyway. So anyway, back to the harvest. We've got some eggs from the chickens, some leeks, different sort of width in the leeks. There's some thick ones and some very thin ones, but they'll all be chopped up anyway and used, so it doesn't matter. I harvested two of the very sad looking cabbages, um, and that took the leaves off there, and then I harvested those spring onions. So that's all done now. I've still got some carrots and leeks left in this bed. It'll probably be enough to last us to the end of March, possibly. So that's not too bad. And I harvested those cabbage leaves from the two cabbages that were here, but they're not there anymore, so there's nothing to see. And then this one does have some broccoli growing out of the sides, so I'm leaving that in for a little bit longer. Well, that's it from me for today. It's been a really good, well, week in the garden really, because I filmed it across the week. I'm happy to have got my cherry bush in, and what else did I do? Some other bits and bobs that I got done around the front, and then I was really happy to get a lot of this cleaning done in the back garden, and very happy with the harvest I just got. I wasn't really expecting that much, so it's all welcome because as you probably know, the shelves are quite bare at the moment. So everything is welcome. So that's it from me for today. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting if you've done so. I really do appreciate it. And all I can say about my work today is lovely job. And hopefully I'll catch you next time.